In today's episode, let's check out Z Black Nature Flowers. Namaste everyone and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So what we have today here is Z Black Nature Flower Incense Sticks. This is in association with Help Us Green, powered by nature, made from recycled flowers, and then they have a scanning code where it says no more, and this is no more as in no more, and this is Mogra, and we see a very beautiful illustration of temples on the riverside, which mostly reminds us of Banaras. If you see this, it's like that. You can closely see this. This reminds me of Banaras. So this is the illustration there. This is what we have on top, and on both the sides is the same, except that on the other side they have something written in Hindi, and then they have a few logos which says child labor free by indigent women, 30 years of trust, made with flowers, charcoal free, and promotes calmness. And then they have this logo of MDPH and the address and all given. So, and the same thing is on one side. What we have is it's written Nature Flower Incense Sticks Mogra, मंदिरों के फूलों से बना. This is what we have on one side. They have the barcode, they have the scanning code, they have their website which says zblack.in. So this is 10 grams of incense for 12 rupees. And on the other side, what we have is it says Nature Flower Mogra, made from recycled flowers, commodities, incense sticks, and this is Mogra, so that's what it says. And then they have given the various logos of the social media presence, and then something like this. This is what we have. On both the openings it says Nature Flower Premium Agarbatti, मंदिरों के फूलों से बनी, and the other side what we have is Nature Flower Incense Sticks made from recycled flowers. So this is what we have. So the overall look is like this. This is what we have. So 10 rupees for 12 grams, sorry, 10 grams for 12 rupees. So that's what we have. This we have inside this clear pouch which has Z Black written all over it in orange, and this holds the incense. So if you can see, that's what we get inside. The incense inside is this normal 9-inch incense stick, and we have this nice thick sturdy beige colored bamboo core. So this is what we have. The incense is brown to light brown in color, and this is machine made incense, charcoal free. So this is what we have. So it says Mogra, but you don't get the typical Mogra, the flower fragrance in this. There is some kind of if you've ever smelled a deo which says ocean breeze or something like that, some kind of abstract fragrance which doesn't resemble Mogra to me at all. So this is that kind of fragrance. Now that was the cold incense, the the top note. Now let's light up the incense and check out the fragrance of it, and let's see what's the diffusion and the retention of it is like. So let's light up the incense. So this incense is made in association with Help Us Green, which already is a brand. They have their own incenses, and they have been helping people make flower cycle incenses. So Help Us Green has been very active in this field. Also Phool also has been training people, but to set up the industry, and I don't know, I find Phool very expensive but anyway, that's not my concern. So that fresh kind of the aqua fragrance that we had in the top note is still there, and nothing actually in this reminds me of Mogra, or for that matter this doesn't seem like a floral incense to me at all. I really don't know what to say about this. This also has a very, very faint smell of cigarette to it. I don't know, I really didn't like this fragrance. So if you want to try something new, and you know, if you just want to try this Z Black made from flower incenses, you might just want to try this. But if you're looking for a Mogra incense, or so I don't think you'll like this. If you're looking for Mogra, you would not like this. And so the fragrance is quite mild. So if you like a Cosmo kind of fragrance, which is the fragrance is quite contemporary, seems like more of a blend than Mogra, and doesn't have any resemblance of Mogra to it at all. In any form of Mogra, it doesn't resemble at all. So if you just want to try a new incense, if you want to try something from Z Black, and if you're interested in purchasing this product because you want to contribute towards that flower cycle thing, then probably you might want to give this a try. And anyway, for 10 rupees, and you know, so 10 grams of incense for 12 rupees, so there's hardly in this. The retention is around an hour or so after the incense has burned through. The time for the burning time for the incense is around 35 to 40 minutes, and once the incense has been through, the retention will be around 1 to 2 hours. So that's the kind of retention you have in this. And so I really did not like the fragrance. Yes, and the diffusion is not a lot, so the diffusion will be restricted almost to the room that you are in. So that's the kind of diffusion this is. And the fragrance is quite mild, so if you like mild kind of fragrance and you want to try this, you might just want to go for it. So that's Z Black. You might want to check out the incense on zblack.in, and so that's there. I did not like the incense as much, so I'm going to give it a 1 star. So that's 1 star for Z Black. So that's all about this incense. So that's what we have, Z Black. So the quiz that we had last time was name an animal product which has traditionally been used in Indian incense. So the answer is, there are many answers of course. So one person, so Vidvadamji answered the quiz and he said musk, which is right. So musk was traditionally used. Then there was some kind of bone fish also that was used in incense. Then there were traces of elephant tusks that were used. Hair from the goat's body was used, and most of these things, let me tell you, was not something, so incense, it wasn't like you would have to kill somebody, you would have to kill an animal to get something for the incense, except for musk, which most deers actually fell prey to it. So and it wasn't just incense industry, it was also the perfumery industry that really has got the musk deer in the state that it is in today. But the Indian incense industry was more so to say, it was more sympathetic those days, so if an animal was found dead in the forest, or because India was heavily forested, we had lots of wildlife, it was a bio hotspot. So if they got animals which were dead, they would use the products, but no animal was actively killed only to make the incense. So that was like that. So we had these things, and then also the the skin that the snake leaves once it gets a new skin, that also was used. And most of these incenses which use these animal products were for protective purposes. So it was either made into an incense for a woman who has just given birth to a child, and to the child itself, or for astrological reasons. So if there was some problem with some particular planet, then this was an incense was prescribed which had some of these incense animal products. So that is there. So these are the products that were used traditionally in ancient Indian incenses. So that was the quiz we had last time. Now the quiz for today is, name an incense ingredient used for culinary purposes in India. So that's the quiz for today. Do try to answer the quiz. Check out the description box for the link of this incense and very many other incense related products, and also for my Sanskrit alphabet book, Meri Pratham Sanskrit Pustika. If you liked the episode, give it a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. That's okay. And till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.
शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो